says something to her, and then he leaves, and he walks towards the door, and he takes a few glances around, making sure no one's following him, and then he opens the door slightly ajar, and then he closes it behind him.
Mission is a go.
Oh yeah, I leave and try and inconspicuously.
Fuck. And he looks up and he sees that the Belfat is actually now smaller, and it's still that look of having a leather armor grafted to its skin and all that, but it's smaller, and there's now traces of like hair coming out of its once bald head, and now its eyes are a bit more clear, and it's somewhat of a glowing emerald.
Is the Rygr okay? He got thrown, but like
he's slowly standing. And he's like, okay, this is new, and he prepares for another fight. And the Belfat charges at him with his sword, and he quickly manages to swing the sword at him, and he's like, oh god, and he tries his best to block it, but the sword manages to hit across the chest, and he stumbles back, and he's like, yeah, this isn't good, and he points his hand forward. Okay, and he casts darkness in the vicinity, and you don't see anything because it's a magical darkness. But you do see that he makes a bolt for it. He makes a bolt out of the area, and it's like holding his chest wound. And you do hear the Belfat like trying to swing in everywhere, making various wailing cries that it like swings in everywhere in the darkness. But the Rygr makes a bolt for it, and he's like rushing towards the north.
Is he like going further in, or is he trying to go back?
He's going further in.
Okay, I'll go with him.
So
my one potion of healing just in case.
So you follow him, and he goes into an alleyway, and he stops, and he kind of leans back on the wall, and he's like, oh, fuck me. And he kind of looks around, and he sees two malformed kind of approaching him from both. Oh, fuck this. And he prepares to fight them.
I step out behind him and say, need a hand? Kind of sheepishly.
Oh, you fucking fool. I would love a hand.
I assume Ray sees and hears like this.
Yeah, we know.
Okay, I don't need to tell you. You guys decide if you need to come.
Let's checkmate again, Spencer. Come on.
Hey, guys, update. I know we've been playing chess this entire, the dragon chess, but Devlin and the priest guy are kind of in trouble. Maybe we should go down. Maybe after another chess game, if you guys really want. I don't really.
Well, we should probably go help our ally. I'll tell Istrid that we're heading out.
Ah, yes. I'm guessing he's in trouble, isn't he?
He's in trouble.
Ah, that damned fool. Well, he's in trouble. When you go meet him, be sure to punch him in the face.
I will certainly do that for you.
Wait, can I do that one? Alright, let's both do it.
Let's both do it.
I knew I liked you.
Hit him again. With advantage.
Yep.
Use thingy. Does 18 hit?
18 hits. How do you want to do this?
Oh.
It's the boss, so I'll say how you want to do this.
Well, I'll stick it up into his gut, and then I'll pull it out, and I'll start to kind of walk away, and then I'll pull the little pommel off and throw it at him on the head.
So you stick the sword deep into his chest, and you use all your strength, and you tear it out, and you just walk back, and you slowly uncork your pommel, and you toss it right in its head, and it falls back. And as that happens, those two other motherfuckers right there let out a scream, and they transform back into ash. But the Belfat takes a longer time to die. The Belfat lets out a howling, agonizing, it almost makes you guys cover your ears, and it reaches forward, trying to reach up, as finally its like eyes burn brilliant white, and then like hair starts growing out of its head, and it lets out a horrifying, feminine scream before exploding into ash.
Mom?
Alright,
Okay,
well...
I already made a hole, like, in the cemetery. If you want to come along with me, we can dig in that hole if you want.
Awesome.
It's
There
worth
is
a
one
try.
quick thing that I think me and Elliot need to complete before we continue.
Oh yeah, right.
And I'm gonna
Come here.
punch him.
Punch him. No, we're gonna both like double punch him square in the face.
Punch him at the same time.
Roll with
Please tell me
advantage.
you're doing it non-lethal.
What am I rolling?
So do you guys like go side by side with each other and
Oh yeah,
prepare to
definitely.
punch him? Yeah, so you do that. You punch him right in the face and he like staggers back.
That was from Eastrid.
She said you're an asshole.
Honestly, I kind of agree. I use Mage Hand to, like, slap him with 5 pounds of force.
I'm very clearly laughing, but I like put my hand on his shoulder. You good, man? But I'm like very clearly stifling laughter.
The one guy that can help us finish this curse.
Fuck him.
And he comes in with the chair!
I pat him on the back. I think you learned a lesson.
Do you want hot chocolate?
You just offered me chocolate after I punched you in the face.
No, I deserve that. I deserve that. I have been an asshole to you.
Alright, so being self-aware is the first step to fixing it.
Wow, that was really insightful of you.
If you don't mind, we get some rest.
Probably a good idea.